All right. Looks like it's recording. So, um, I know there's at least about 4 million of you out there that have heard of and seen and watched Unus Annus. What a ride that was. And I'm still like kind of in shock, right? Uh, man, you know, I'm definitely thinking a lot about it. So, I think it's incredible the sort of work that Mark and Ethan decided to do. I think it's incredibly admirable, and I think that they did an excellent job. Um, they did it, they committed to the thing, and that's like kind of the beauty of that channel was it was oftentimes like very nonsensical or like arguably kind of like trash content, or there were times where they were doing things and they didn't know what they were doing, or they did something incorrectly, and like even the viewers would be like, oh my gosh, of course you charge a whipped cream canister with that charger and then you shake it, with the um that was such a random detail, but there's one that definitely resonated with me as having been a Starbucks barista before. So anyways, they really inspired me, and during the life of the channel, I was kind of reconsidering my desires and potential of pursuing some sort of YouTube career, because it always seemed like something that would be fun, but maybe not like a wise professional decision. And I keep on having like all these ideas I float around in my brain for like, oh, that might be fun video series, that might be a fun thing to do, that might be something I could do on a weekly basis. And I'm always like conceptualizing, and I've tried to execute some of those ideas, but I have run into issues with editing, or I have run into issues with scheduling or financial concerns. My laptop is like trash. So um, I can't really seem to get much sufficient editing software on there. And I definitely have some people I think that would help me out. But I want to make a commitment to submit one video every day. And it might be trash, it might be garbage, and nobody might watch them, which I'd be fine with. And I want to make a tribute to Unus Annus. So I was kind of thinking it might be fun to have a fun title, right? That's not quite exactly the same. And I don't plan on following their formula to a T. I obviously don't have a wonderful team of editors. I'm not necessarily going to be doing this with another person. It might just be me. I may invite guests along the way, which would be nice. But I just really want to reach out to like the YouTube community, because I think there's a lot of us out there that now we kind of have this weird void in our lives. And also, I think a lot of us as well have this momentous opportunity to take that spirit of what Unus Annus was and move forward with it. So, anyways, I was thinking about this idea of a tribute to it, and I'm kind of muddling with different video title ideas or series ideas, and I was thinking of like different like acronyms and all that sort of thing. And so I was thinking Unus Annus Tribute, UAT, and it made me think, what are you waiting for? What are you UAT? Maybe a really stupid sort of bit of wordplay there, but what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? So that's the series concept. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for to pursue your dreams or to try something new? What are you waiting for? Because a lot of the times I procrastinate, or I find excuses, or I don't feel like I'm good enough. And I think that's a big and heavy thing. And we're constantly self doubting and questioning. And I think one of the most beautiful ideas that Markiplier has is that people have so much potential, and he doesn't like to see people that have great potential and not be able to achieve that. And I always am questioning myself if I have potential, but I'll never know if I never try, right? So I've been thinking about that a lot, and I have ideas for other video series I'd rather do. I have I have a certain idea in my head of what I want my YouTube career to look like, what I want my YouTube profile and channel to look like. But you know what? I'm never going to get there if I don't break that ice. I'm going to be constantly second guessing and reconsidering and doing all this stuff and like not feeling like I can do it. Um, if I keep on having this idea of perfection in my head that I can't achieve, and that's just going to constantly be stalling me. So I am making a commitment to post one video every day. It's probably going to be in this style, highly unedited, rambly, back and forth, non-linear speaking, and maybe trash. And I might not even do anything, but I wrote down an entire list of every Unus Annus title and maybe a little footnote of something I liked about that episode, or um, maybe the artist or local business that they supported. I tried to take notes on most of them, but once the clock started ticking down, I just wrote down the titles, and I'm praying that I have something to say. And I think another interesting concept is our memories might also fade as time goes by. We can always take the memories with us, right? We couldn't take the videos with us, but we can take the memories with us. But how do we honor that memory? And we can't know that that memory is going to forever be kept and untouched. Someday this kind of terrifies me, but 100 days from now, I might find something on that list and be like, I don't remember anything about this video, or I only remember this piece, but what else did they talk about? I couldn't tell you the exact facts about the moon or the ocean, you know? Um, and that's a crazy thing. And I think that it's also another honor to Unus Annus that things do disintegrate, and the existentialism of things only have a limited time. And so I'm thinking about that a lot. I feel like I had something else to tack on there, but it's not coming to me. It might come back around. Who knows? So, oh yes, and I've listed out all of these titles and things, and I will mention each title, but I also might end up making a video about something completely unrelated. If I find, in a week I have something written down where I don't really have anything to say about it, I might just talk about my day. I might um, show a video of something I'm working on. I might do something else entirely different. But I want to make this series as an honor to that memory, and also to just break the ice on my YouTube channel that has been sitting empty for months with these ideas in my head and for years of having it. And so I just need to do. And I think I'm also concerned because I feel like I'm not ready. And I wasn't ready for that TikTok to go to zero either. I don't think any of us were. Um, well, maybe some of us were, right? But I think it was difficult to grapple with that as well. So I was thinking about that as well. Is I feel like I'm not ready. I feel like I have so much more growth. I feel like I have so much more to work on. I feel like I need to learn about editing. I feel like I need to learn about being articulate and, looking at the camera correctly and speaking well and having good ideas and all this sort of thing. But, maybe it doesn't have to be that. And sometimes you can just have a bad idea or a bad video and still just make something. And I don't know what it is. I just keep on being drawn to video production and acting and performance. And this has been a really hard year for a lot of people, myself included. And I think in a weird sort of cataclysmic and cathartic way, we need to continue to create. So here we are, the start of this channel endeavor. Um, I really appreciate you, Mark and Ethan, both for making such a significant and impactful series. Um, I hope, I hope in a year's time I can look back and see how I've grown as a potential video producer. In and I have, of course, the pipe dream of potentially someday getting good enough to work with you or to talk with you or I have a lot of respect for you both. I think you've done some incredible work and you've grown and it's a lot. And I think that I hold myself to such a standard in what I want to be doing that I feel like if I can't do that, then why bother at all? But I think that at the very least to try to honor um, Unus Annus and to honor your ideas of self growth and trying new things and going even further beyond and all that sort of thing. I feel like it also this is kind of an opportunity for me to in a very strange way celebrate and grieve because I feel like there's a lot that happened in this channel over the last year and I only really tuned in probably in May, I don't know, about halfway through and I caught up and all that sort of thing and I watched every video but I didn't participate in the art. I didn't participate in the green screen stuff, unfortunately. And I think that a lot of people made such incredible work, and I feel like mine is such an insignificant drop in the beautiful artwork and tributes that people have already made. But anyways, so I still plan on hopefully making the video series I have rolling around in my head. I still hope to work on that someday. I don't know if I'm ready for that, but I'm ready to start trying something. I'm ready to try, I'm ready to just, please, God, I like just feel like it's a weird dichotomy of feeling like I have potential, but not knowing how to achieve that. I don't know if anybody else struggles with that, but I sure as heck do. And I'm at just a very strange, cataclysmic time in my own life as well. And a lot has been going on, a lot of scary stuff, a lot of like little flicks of hope that fade away. And I need something to keep me grounded, I think. So, at the very least, this might be an opportunity just for me to process. Um, Maybe these will end up being edited towards, as this goes along, but this series, What Are You Waiting For? I am probably going to, I don't have an intention of specifically deleting it once the year's over. I don't think I necessarily am going to do that. But at the same time, in a strange way, I feel like I still may keep in mind the idea of deleting the videos. Maybe not necessarily after a certain amount of time, and I feel like the thing I will struggle with is that I will want to delete them very shortly after they're uploaded because sometimes I watch my own work and I hate it. I hate my own work sometimes, and that's a really difficult thing. I think a lot of creative people struggle with is doing work and hating it. Just you don't want to see it. You think it's terrible. You think it's not worth anything, and that's something I definitely struggle with. I wonder what I have to contribute to the creative world or if I have anything worth creating. And I think we need to I don't know. I think I need to challenge that as a person. And I don't know if this might be just trash. This might be awful. And I may end up deleting not necessarily this channel, but every video of What Are You Waiting For? I may delete at at the end of the year. I don't know if I'll necessarily delete them as I go or anything. I'm going to try to keep them up at least for the year. But I feel like also if I just have, I was thinking about just recording these and keeping them private. But I feel like if I do that, I won't hold myself to do it every day, and I won't hold myself to try to post something every day. So that's the plan. I don't know what's going to happen in my life. I don't know what chaos, what hell or high water may come for me within this time, but I just feel so driven to try something. It feels like, I guess, grasping at straws, but I just can't help but feel like there's something greater out there for for myself and for my creative friends and for for a lot of people that I think are lacking a lot of hope right now. So I encourage any input, any suggestions, any support, any constructive criticism, and suggestions. I am trying to figure out what I'm doing. So I feel like I'm not ready. I feel like I'm not skilled enough, or I don't really have a plan. um, but I feel like I've got to try something. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't have a plan for the fate of how this is going to go down, but I'm going to try to reflect and talk about something every day, and at least have some sort of shout out to Unus Annus because they were greatly inspiring in a very strange time that we've been living in together. So I hope you all stay well out there. I hope you all are well. And feel free to like and subscribe. That's the thing the YouTubers say, right? And I hope to, I don't know, hope to figure it out along the way, I guess. Um, Stay well.